Welcome to the Fort Sam Houston Independent School District new employee OrienTECHtion. This brief presentation will give you an idea of what to expect as far as technology goes in the district. We want to welcome you to the best school district in the world, Fort Sam Houston ISD, where we proudly serve those who serve. In this short presentation, we're going to talk about the district's department vision, mission, and philosophy. The technology department has its own vision, mission, and philosophy, and we want you to understand that to kind of help you understand where we're coming from in our support of your efforts. We'll talk about district wide resources available to you as well as campus resources available to you, depending on which campus you're at. We're going to kind of talk about the nitty gritty, the actual tech stuff. We'll look at what Google is and Outlook and Eduphoria, ClassLink, Edleo Blooms. We're going to touch very lightly on these. This is not a training video. We will tell you where to get help with that later on. If you were joining us at the beginning of the year when our normal orientation is, we would be going over some of this hands on, but we'll be getting with you guys later. I'll explain that later in the presentation. But let's move on and talk about the Fort Sam Houston ISD Technology Team Vision Statement. Our technology department got together a few years ago. It's been about 7 or 8 years, and decided we want a vision statement of our own, kind of course, in line with what the district vision is, but kind of our own. And as we thought about what is it that we want to be, what is it that we want to offer our teachers and offer our students, one thing we kept circling back to one thing, and it's basically that we wanted to be the best. Simply that. We wanted to be the best. We want to be that district that other districts look to see how to do things right. If they wanted to see how to use Google Chromebooks, uh, someone should say, go see what they're doing at Fort Sam Houston. If they want to see how to create a makerspace, they should say, go see what they're doing at Fort Sam Houston. We wanted that to be at the forefront of everyone's mind. We wanted to be that pinnacle sample district for others to emulate. And so we came up with this vision statement. It is that we are the archetype for technology and education. I'll read it again. We are the archetype for technology and education. It was our incredible administrative assistant that came up with that word archetype. And that's what an archetype is. It is the pinnacle example that everyone wants to be like, that wants to emulate. So we strive to be the best at everything we do. We strive to provide the best resources, the best training, all of that to both our teachers, our students, even our parents. So we wanted you to understand that that's what we're after. We want you to hold us accountable to that level of vision. Now, after you have a vision statement, you have to come up with a mission statement. Well, how are we going to become the archetype? What is our mission that will help us achieve that vision? And this is our mission statement for the technology department. We provide cutting edge resources, personalized training, and exceptional support to our school community with visionary planning and fanatical commitment. Three big things there: resources, training, and support. One, we want you to have the best tools at your disposal, cutting edge resources that are going to help you do your job, help our students learn. In addition to giving you those resources, we need to provide you with the training needed to use them effectively in the classroom. We have incredible digital coaches on both campuses that are teachers at heart. They are master teachers with lots of experience in the classroom. They know what it's like to be a teacher. And so their training is always centered around good pedagogy, good teaching practice. So we give you the resources, we train you on how to do that. And then we have an incredible support team that will react as quick as possible to any of your needs. If something's going wrong, the projector's not turning on, the network's not working, providing you with a safe environment so we don't get hacked, we don't get malware. So we provide the resources, the training, and the support. We do that by visionary planning, trying to stay ahead of the curve. And I love this statement that we came up with: fanatical commitment. We are crazy. We love our job. Let me put it that way. We are crazy in love with what we do in this district as far as technology. So we hope you see that fanatical commitment from us each and every day. So, what is our team philosophy? That's our vision. That's our mission. Our team philosophy is we are here for one reason and one reason only: to help you and the kids get to the top of the mountain. Whatever it is you need to just ask us. We will do our super very best to make sure that you get that. One of our favorite questions that when they come up to the technology director or the district or the campus instructional coaches, digital coaches, excuse me, when a teacher comes up and says, "Is it possible to XYZ? Is there any way we can?" That piques our curiosity, and we love to hear those kinds of questions. We love teachers that want to really just push the boundaries and really do things that are cutting edge and exciting. So that's our philosophy. We are here for you, period. We are here for the kids. So make sure that you take advantage of that. And one way to take advantage of that is to know what resources are at your disposal. In the Fort Sam Houston ISD Technology Center, which is located kind of catty corner to the Cole Stadium, we're across the street and down just a little ways in a big parking lot, lone little building out here. This is the Technology Center. Out here, we've got a couple of things at your disposal. We do have a classroom learning area in the front of the building. We call our DLZ, our Digital Learning Zone. Right now, that's where we can do training. We also house our esports club in there. We have a high school esports club that meets in there. If you ever need that space for your team to get together, sometimes the elementary teams, third grade, will come over for a day of planning, or fifth grade, because they just kind of want to be away from the campus. Even just coming from Cole across the street helps get you away. So that DLZ Learning Zone is always available to you. We do have a workroom in the back, which is chock full of great stuff. We have a poster maker. You can send stuff directly. Well, we can send stuff directly to the poster maker if you put in a request. Or if you bring in a hard copy, there's a little scanner. You just put it on the scanner, press the button, and it enlarges it poster size. We have a laminator, so you can laminate those posters. We just got a brand new multicolor plaque and sticker maker that you can make kind of faux plaques. They look like real plaques. It's a gold foil paper that you print black ink onto, and then we have little plaques that you stick it onto. It looks like an engraved plaque. But this new maker can also make bumper stickers and clings and all kinds of wonderful things. We have a digital die cut machine. Gone are the days where you had to pull out a piece of wood with that little metal edging and press it down to pop out a shape from paper. We actually have a library with thousands of images that you look up on the computer. Tell the little robot, I need 50 of these little flowers, and you put the paper in, you press go, and the little robot just goes and cuts them all out for you. It's absolutely amazing. We even have a laser cutter that can cut through wood and felt and cork board and those types of things to cut out shapes. All of that is at your disposal. You can come out and we can teach you how to use it, or you can use our Eduphoria help desk and request things to be made for you. Give us a couple of days' notice, and we can do that for you. Also, out in the tech center, we have a green screen room where you can film in front of a green screen. And we have a new product called eGlass, which allows you to stand behind basically a glass window. And then with fluorescent type markers, you can write on the board and film yourself. And then the software flips that over so that it's facing the right way. It looks absolutely amazing. It's great for doing flipped instruction that will really engage and capture the attention of the kiddos. Um, Other than that, if you need a camera, if you need sound equipment, all of that stuff, that's available to you for checkout as a resource. And we also have a podcast studio with professional microphones and headsets. If you need to record a online presentation, I'm doing it right now from our podcast studio. But you can come out and record audio, you can record sound and that sort of thing as well. So all of those resources are available to anyone in the district here in the Technology Center. As far as classroom resources, every teacher, and this is specifically for teachers, some of it will relate to support personnel as well. Most of our people, all of our teachers, our aides are all supplied with a dockable Windows 10 laptop. You simply plug in the USB-C cord to it, and then that will plug in your monitor, your keyboard, your mouse, and then at the end of the day, undock it, and you can take that laptop home with you. The laptops are flippable touch screen, so they can basically turn into a flat tablet. Every classroom has a mounted projector on the ceiling, mounted speakers. You will have a Mimeo interactive whiteboard device, which will turn your whiteboard into an interactive screen. That's if you have the mounted projector. In many classrooms now, lots of them at Cole and at one grade level at the elementary, we have Promethean touchscreen panels in those rooms. We will continue to add more. We're slowly switching from projectors to Prometheans, so you'll see those coming out in the classrooms as well. Either way, you're either going to be able to project up on the screen with a projector or the Promethean board. MemioView is a document camera that's also hooked up, so you can project that MemioView to either your whiteboard or your Promethean. We are going to move from MemioViews to a newer, more sophisticated document camera that will be coming soon. Every classroom has a black and white laser printer, and every classroom is mapped to a color printer that's nearby, either at the end of the hallway, the end of the wing of the elementary, sometimes in the teacher's lounge over at Cole. And at the elementary school, almost every teacher has a teacher-issued iPad to use in the classroom. As far as specific resources, and I know I'm going quick, guys, so don't worry. You can always call and ask us questions later. This is just to give you a good overview. At the elementary school, we are one-to-one Chromebooks in first through fifth grade. Every student has a Chromebook issued to them to use throughout the year. Now, that Chromebook stays at school and is put back in the cart at the end of every day, but that student has that Chromebook available to them all day long. So little Johnny in second grade goes and gets his Chromebook number 6 out of the cart. That's little Johnny's Chromebook all day. If he takes that to Spanish or to the library, that's up to you guys how that works out. But that is the one Chromebook that he will use. We don't swap Chromebooks around. They have one Chromebook that they use all day long. For the younger kiddos or littles, pre-K and kinder, we have the same one-to-one type program, but theirs is with iPads. iPads seem to work better with the little ones. Chromebooks really work well first through fifth grade. At the elementary school, in the hallway next to our new gymnasium, there's an Imaginasium makerspace. We have all kinds of maker activities in there, everything from low-tech construction paper and glue and popsicle sticks to high-tech like robots, 3D printers, programming software, all kinds of stuff. There's a way to check out the makerspace. You book it, and you book a time in there, and our digital coach will make sure that that time is available for you, email you, and then you have that room scheduled. You can use it as often as you want, so take advantage of it. Also, the elementary school, we have live morning newscast called K-Cub News, which comes to you live at the beginning of every day via our Facebook page. It is a very, very popular activity at the elementary school. In fact, we often have visitors from other schools come out because there aren't a whole lot of elementary schools that do live morning broadcasts. But we are excited about K-Cub News. You're going to enjoy watching that. New this the 21-22 school year, we will get some Z-Space computers on carts. They are unbelievable 3D laptops. The images on the screen really look like they're popping out of the screen at you, and it comes chock full of STEM-related, content-related software, and we will be doing some training on that. But that's another resource that at the elementary school that you'll be able to book ahead of time and have those Z-Space laptops brought to your classroom for an activity. At Cole Middle and High School, we are one-to-one Chromebooks 24/7, all grade levels 6 through 12. So they are issued their Chromebooks before school starts, the start of the school year, and they hold on to those Chromebooks all day long, every day until they withdraw. So they carry their Chromebooks with them from class to class, and they are generally very good about keeping those charged and keeping them safe and secure and working. There is an iPad card available in the media center if you need something different for an activity. Maybe you're doing some virtual reality or augmented reality, need an app. There's an iPad card available at Cole for checkout. And for students whose Chromebooks may not be fully charged and they need a quick charge, there is a charging station available in the media center. The Z-Space computers I just talked about with the elementary school, we may, by the time you see this video, have some Z-Space computers at Cole as well. So we're hoping that comes along. As far as professional development resources, this is going back to the general population. This is available to everybody district-wide. We will be dropping into your PLCs, your professional learning communities. We have a secondary digital coach and an elementary digital coach. They work very closely with our curriculum coaches and will meet with you on a regular basis. So you'll see that happen a lot. We do a lot of online on-demand training in the summer. We call it PD by the pool. During the school year, we call it PD in your PJs. But we do a lot of on-demand, and by that, I mean, we kind of reach out to you guys. What do you need? And then we'll offer 1 hour classes once a week. You can join them live if you'd like. You can watch the recordings later, but they're, I think, very well done and give you little snippets of information as you need them. So those are very popular. We do maintain a website that's linked on our district site. If you go to the district site, look under departments, under technology, you'll find our DRZ. We talked about the DLZ, our Digital Learning Zone Classroom. Our DRZ is our Digital Resource Zone website. All of our online demand videos, you can find linked there. There's useful handouts, there's tutorials, all kinds of stuff on the DRZ website. We also believe in our ongoing learning. We want to be lifelong learners and model that. So we do support teachers going to state and national conferences. We are very involved in TCEA, the support organization, statewide support organization for technology in the classroom. Several of us on staff hold offices on the board of directors, so we are very involved in that. And look for emails periodically asking for people interested in attending those conferences. We get wonderful support from our central office, and they will send us to those conferences so that we can continue to learn, bring that information back to other teachers, and of course, bring it back to our students. And then during in-service weeks, during staff development days, look for us to just provide what we call teacher pop-ups. We may just at the very last minute say, hey, we know you can use some more training on your Promethean panels. I'm going to be in room 12 from 1 to 2. Join me if you can. We call those pop-ups. You're more than welcome to come to them. Sometimes they're scheduled out. There are times when we're asked by the campus administration, please provide this training for our teachers, and we'll do it. So look for us there. At any time, if you need help with anything, please reach out to us, email us, call us. We are more than happy to come out and help. We do not mind answering the same question a dozen times if we have to. We will do whatever it is we need to do to get you the help that you need. Now, the nitty gritty. Again, I'm just going to kind of talk about what each of these things do. And this is only 6 of the multitude of tools you're going to have at your disposal as you join the Fort Sam Houston family. The first 2 big ones are Google and Outlook. We do use the Google Workspace for Education extensively because our students use Chromebooks. They do everything through Google Docs, Google Sheets. 10 years ago when we started working with Google, we had to do a lot of training. Now it seems that everyone that comes to us has at least some experience. If you don't, that's okay. We'll get you caught up to speed. But you will have a Google account through the school. That email address for your Google account will be fshisd.org. First initial, last name at fshisd.org. That is the tool that you'll use to create content for Google Classroom, communicating with students in Gmail and that sort of thing. At the same time, you will have an Active Directory account that links to Outlook. Outlook is the email system we use for most formal communication. We will eventually, you'll have a Google account with an email. We'll get you to forward that .fshisd.org email to your Outlook account. Outlook is going to look very similar. Your first initial, last name at fshisd.net. That will be the email system that you use formally. Again, this is all going to make sense. You may have already received those 2 accounts with your temporary password. If not, you're going to get them very shortly. Whoever they have assigned to you as a mentor, your department head, or your supervisor can help you get logged into both Google and Outlook, or reach out to us and we'll be happy to come over and visit with you. In addition to that, if you are a classroom teacher or a paraeducator, you will be using ClassLink a lot. ClassLink is a website that you will go to. You will log into ClassLink using your Google credentials. And from ClassLink is a single sign-on product, which means a lot of the tools we use, once you're in ClassLink, if you click on the link like BrainPop or Nearpod, it will take you to that website and automatically log you in. You're going to get automatically logged into all of your textbooks. You're going to get automatically logged into Discovery Education, other tools like that. If we can use ClassLink to single sign you on, we will. So get ready to use ClassLink. Your students will also have access to ClassLink. Eduphoria is a suite of tools. You're going to hear about Eduphoria from our learning and teaching leadership department because they use that for housing student data, doing data analysis, and that sort of thing. The technology department uses Eduphoria because there's another module called Eduphoria Help Desk. This is where you will put in all of your tech requests. Your printer's not working, the projector bulb is burning out, that sort of thing. You will log into Eduphoria using your Outlook account, your .NET. Again, all of this is going to come to you. I just kind of want to tell you what they're about now. We use, excuse me, we use EdLeo as our website management tool. We have a website for the district, one for Cole Middle and High School, a combined website for both Cole Middle and High School, a website for the military cooperative, and a website for the elementary school. By the way, that reminds me, as I was talking about the resources available to the elementary school and to Cole, I failed to mention the co-op. You have all the same resources except for those that are campus specific, like the Imaginasium or the podcast studio. But as far as mounted ceiling projectors, the speakers, the Prometheans, all of that is the same for the co-op. So going back to EdLeo, everyone will have a web presence. And you'll get an EdLeo login. Really, we just need you to go into EdLeo maybe once at the beginning of the year to type in some of your biographical information and contact information and get some general information out to parents. So if they go to the website, they're going to be able to find something about you. Again, more help on that coming. Finally, if you're going to communicate with students, I know at our elementary school, our principals, administrative team want every teacher to have a Blooms account. Blooms is an instant messaging communication app, but it's more than just that. You can instantly message your parents individually. You can push stuff out to all of your parents in your classrooms at the same time. You can send out videos and images. It's kind of like a mini Facebook, if you will, just for your classroom. Once a teacher subscribes to your classroom, they're automatically enrolled at the campus level too. So if your admin team sends something out, every parent gets it. Okay. At the elementary, like I said, all the teachers are required to have a Blooms account and send that information to parents. At Cole, it's kind of discretionary if you want to use it for your classroom. A lot of teachers will use it, but give the kids only give the code to the students and maybe not the parents, because we're trying to give them a little independence. If you're an extracurricular activity sponsor, whether that's UIL or academics, and you want to use some kind of instant messaging tool, it has to be Blooms. You cannot use, this is the official communication tool for the district. So those are the 6 biggies. Google's where you're going to do a lot of your work, creating documents, your Google Classroom, that sort of thing. Outlook is for email. ClassLink is your one-stop shop to sign into all of the other tools. Eduphoria will help you create help tickets for help from us. EdLeo is our website, and Blooms is our instant messaging tool. Look for emails with some of this login information. If you don't get it from us right away, feel free to reach out. We'll go make sure that you get on each one of these tools. That is pretty much it. I know that was a lot of information and you're watching a lot of videos. Once again, welcome to Fort Sam Houston ISD from the Technology Department. Again, we are here to help you help the students. Please reach out. We're so glad you're here.